Good morning, everyone. My name is Claudine Cheng. I'm the founder and the chair of the APA Heritage Celebration Committee. Today is May 1st, and happy Asian Pacific American Month to everyone. Thank you. Many of us have said before, every month of the year should be Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, but we are very happy to have this federal legislation so that the entire country can celebrate the contributions and history of Asian Pacific Americans in this country. We would not be here today, and we would not have our city's celebration without having a mayor that's always make time for us and making resources available. Every staff in his office, Francis Tseng, Lisa Ng, have been so supportive of everything we do, Jack Chin. So without further delay, I would like to invite our mayor to help launch our celebration this year, Mayor Edwin Lee.
Well, thank you, Claudine, and thank you for your wonderful work as well. It's my pleasure to join Board President David Chu, who's here, Jane Kim, Eric Mars here. Have I missed anybody? Okay, my eyes, I'm still, school board members, yes. And our assessor recorder, Phil Cheng, school board Norman Yee, everybody. Okay. I'm getting up there, 60, man, going downhill afterwards. But it's great to join everybody here to kick off. We could be elsewhere. We could be protesting all day today on something, but we're here celebrating our Asian Pacific Heritage Month. And it's a month-long celebration of recognition of the things that we've been doing to promote heritage. And this year's theme, of course, is advancing education, which is sorely needed by everyone, but it's something that we naturally do. And I want to welcome everyone here from Japantown, Korean community, Filipino community, our Southeast Asian community, Vietnamese community that's growing, the Samoan community that's growing, all of our Asian population working together to promote this month and to really be able to tell more stories about who we are. It's a wonderful country. As you know, I just came back from Seattle, my hometown, and so I've got my own homegrown Seattle jokes that I might be able to tell you today. It'll ruin your day, but anyway, it's great to just link up roots, and that's what I did. I kind of went back to my high school and to Beacon Hill, to where I grew up, and just kind of rethought through the steps of how I got to San Francisco and the people that I got to work with. I met with housing groups up there who still resonated with our international hotel struggle that indicated in housing. Just a lot of community groups that were part of my own personal history, but now have become part of our whole West Coast history and the history that we celebrate, because it's really all the same thing. Every city, whether it's New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Seattle, or San Francisco, the Asian populations have grown. They've matured well beyond the immediate immigrant groups, but they still have those very strong ties, ones that are reminded of us constantly, because we have a very constant live immigrant population that wants to be involved with everything that we do and decide, that know that with the leadership that we have of the board now and with all of our other elected officials, there's much more than just being part of an immigrant group. It is now, I think, more and more, we're part of the American foundation of both freedom but also life. And it is up to us now to kind of take our position, and I speak a little bit as mayor, but I think in everything that we do, whether we're heading a nonprofit, heading up a government service, department head, it's our responsibility to represent everyone. And that's probably, the greatest story, I think, for Asian Americans is that everybody now looks to us to also be part of everyone else's leadership and community building, building the bridges with business, building community safety, all of the cultural connections. We can readily understand other groups that struggle easily because we come from a whole history of struggle. And that's why I wanted to mention the International Hotel, because that still unites us. It's still something that we want to build on. And whether we're heading up some of the greatest museums, Jay Shu, and in our whole city, but it's world-renowned. We get to represent our culture in so many ways, and so I want to thank you for doing your part in joining the rest of the city and celebrating this. We're going to have a month long because I think it takes a whole month to really recognize all of the different subgroups that are part of the Asian American experience. And I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to be a part of this great city that welcomes everyone, but also creates opportunity for everyone to participate. I'm looking forward to Ted's whole street celebration as well, but all of you will have your own individual connections to the Asian Pacific American experience, and I will try to get to as many as I can, but it will be both celebratory and education at the same time. Most importantly, I think we have to make sure that we speak to all of our youth, because they are now responsible for carrying on all these traditions that we have. And I love it every time I see more of our youth embrace that culture and make sure they're not just totally living in the day and now, but if they can help create the immigrant experience, growing up in our immigrant communities, and then celebrating that as they take up more responsibility in business and education and all the community leaderships that they have. It'd be wonderful to carry on that for all Asian American groups that are formed here in our great city. That's why we're working really hard with our school district to make sure that the cultural connections are always going to be there. Because if you understand where you came from, you're going to know pretty much where we're going ahead and how we can create more connections for people to come together on it. So thank you for celebrating APA month. This is just the beginning, and I look forward to going to every neighborhood of our city and celebrating with you. Thank you.
And we thank you. We look forward to seeing you at our proclamation signing ceremony next Monday.